In this video tutorial, we'll show the installation process of SAF FreeMile FODU step by step. First step, installation. For the first step of installation, we will need SAF FreeMile FODU unit, antenna, mounting bracket, 13, 16 and 17 mm wrenches. Attach the angle to the mounting bracket according to the U-shaped notch as shown. Next, to fasten the mount to the mast, you will need a mast, grounding cable. Safety precautions. Use the necessary safety devices when working on or around the mast. Be aware of the risk of falling objects. Consider the safety catch when hoisting the antenna and radio. Attach the antenna to the angle of the mounting bracket using only one screw. For two opposite screws, both washers should be taken out. Then connect the lockings using screws. Make sure the lockings can be turned. Note, washers shouldn't be used. Next, attach the grounding cable. The grounding cable should be connected to the ground circuit and fixed accordingly. Attach the radio unit to the antenna. Use guidance pins to choose the required polarization. The arrow sign on the label indicates horizontal or vertical polarization. Note that polarizations should be opposite for both sides of the link. Fasten the locking with screws using a 13 mm wrench. The assembled antenna, radio unit and angle bracket should look like this. Now you can see the finished mounting of the antenna and the radio unit to the mast. Next step. Assembling SAF FreeMile FODU Ethernet cable connector. Be aware that the length of RJ45 connectors may vary. This is the reason why the weatherproof connector enclosure has room for the longest possible RJ45 connector. In order to ensure fully weatherproof sealing of the RJ45 connector, it's very important to assemble the connector correctly. Stick the rubber gasket on the connector. Put connector parts on the cable. Then plug the RJ45 connector into the Ethernet socket. Fix the connector to the socket with the screw. Note that the cable sealing screw is still not fixed at this moment. And then fix the cable using the cable sealing screw. Fix the cable to the mast as close as possible to the radio. Do not bend it. The radius of bending should not be less than 10 centimeters. Now it's time to connect the PoE injector. The cable from SAF FreeMile should be connected to the Data plus Power connector. The PC for configuration should be connected to the Data connector. Later, this connector should be used for interconnection with user equipment. The power connector is the following. Voltage is 48 volts of direct current. For the power supply, please use the power supply unit as shown. The next step, initial configuration. First of all, you must specify the IP address of the laptop LAN port. Choose Start, Settings and Network Connections. Right-click with the mouse on Local Area Connections and choose Properties. In the list of General tabs, scroll down to Internet Protocol. Double-click, then enter IP address 192.168.205.1 and subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Press OK to confirm. Then select any browser of your choice. In this case, it's Mozilla Firefox. The default IP address is 192.168.205.10. The default username is admin and the password is Change Me. Press the Login button to go further and choose the radio antenna diameter. In this case, it's 30 centimeters, but if you make any changes to this parameter, press Apply to confirm. The next step is Spectrum Analyzer to check availability of the chosen channel, as well as overall interference. Press the Start Sweeping button. We can see that the chosen channel number 5 is free, so we can use it. Press the Stop Sweeping button and return to the main page. Now you can choose modem configuration, and we'll choose narrow 10 MHz channel and 31 megabits per second capacity. Please press Apply to confirm. And the last step is to choose an appropriate transmit power, which by default is disabled. We'll choose a maximum value of -15 dBm. Press Apply to confirm. The last step is to press the Save button in order to save all the changes you made. Please remember to repeat the procedure on the second side of the link. And when everything is fine, please press Apply for Local and Remote button in order to save changes for both units simultaneously. This can be done only when the link is already established. The last step, antenna alignment. The expected received signal level can be calculated using the SAF path calculator. The antenna alignment can be made easier by having one person at each antenna location during the alignment process. However, alignment should be performed on one antenna at a time, each person alternatively turning the antenna until the received signal level is optimized. The following 6 steps are required to properly align antennas. 1. Start at one end of the link. Observe the LED blinking. More frequent blinking indicates a stronger RX level. Connect a voltmeter to the E1 port on SAF FreeMile FODU. RSSI voltage is available on pins 1, 3, 2 or 6. Ensure the voltmeter is set to DC voltage within a range of 0 to 2 volts. 2. Loosen the antenna hardware that is used for securing antenna movement in the azimuth directions. 3. Roughly aim the antenna directing the main lobe to the far end antenna. 4. Slowly sweep the antenna while observing the readings on the voltmeter. The higher the voltage, the higher the RSL. 5. Secure the azimuth adjustment hardware once the main lobe is found and the highest signal level achieved. 6. Loosen the antenna hardware that is used for securing antenna movement in the elevation direction. Slowly sweep the antenna while observing the voltmeter. Once the signal has peaked, the elevation adjustment hardware can be secured. Perform steps 1 to 6 on the opposite end of the link until the signal level has peaked for both azimuth and elevation. After the AGC voltages have been peaked on both ends of the link, observe the RSL indicated in the Web Management window. Ensure that the RSL is within plus or minus 2 dB of calculated RSL. Thank you for your attention. To find more information, please contact us on ts-freemile@saftechnica.com. Our tech support specialists will help if you need further assistance.